Yeah, but still, very. Ugh, the fact that, like, again,
Oh, look at this. Nelson is gaining.
Nelson is
Nelson
game
49.9, 49.9, 50.1.
49.9 to 50 point,
And
40
gubernatorial is still 49.9,
to 48.9.
50.1. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
49.9. 49.9, yeah.
Scott.
There's no other candidate.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Scott is up. Yeah, Scott's up by
Scott's up
0.2.
by
Yeah.
very small.
Very small margin. I'm gonna calculate the margin now again. I'm gonna see. This is getting so razor thin, and I swear, this race is gonna be so. This is like literally what every pollster was saying, that it was gonna be so razor thin, and they were absolutely correct. I thought that this would be actually a pretty easy win for Nelson, but
I
look
did
at what
not
I
think that.
was.
No, I did not
Well,
see it to be that
I
way.
didn't think that it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be easier than it is right now. 55,984 as of right now. The difference between both of these gentlemen. Looking at the map, let's look back at Monroe County. Monroe was the district county, excuse me, that had even amounts, 50-50. Okay, let's look at Monroe. Monroe for the gubernatorial election, excuse me, the senatorial election, it's still 50-50. Tilt to Rick Scott by 11 votes. So that is why Nelson is holding off Rick Scott, because he is getting almost even amount of votes in Monroe County, which is rather conservative. So really, honestly, I see Nelson pulling this one off, because we still got Palm Beach, we still got Broward, and we still got Miami-Dade, and we still got Leon County. So I am predicting that Nelson will pull off a win in
And the
the
thing is, like,
Florida
no one has
senatorial
called it
race.
from either. But I think,
No,
like, the reason why Gilman conceded was only because, like, he knows something that, like, in like that news organizations and we do not. Like, he's called people in the precincts and whatever. All right, now a little bit of projection here in the government. Dianne Feinstein has won in California. Tina Smith has won in Minnesota in a pretty big special election, defeating Karen Housley. And by the way, defeating Kevin DeLon, a little bit of rough go for Dianne for progressives there. And just tonight, General Mazie Hirono, though, she defeated Ron Curtis. Pretty cool stuff there. No surprise though. And of course Maria Cantwell, who really looks like she won in I think in Washington or wherever she's from. I don't know if she's from Washington, but she won her re-election. Yeah, so that's pretty cool stuff for Democrats winning. And the special election is going to, it's a runoff at this point in time. Cindy Hyde-Smith is in the Senate. It's going to be
Hyde-Smith has, yeah.
Hyde-Smith. They are going
she's
to
taking
the
lead.
runoff. They're going to the runoff.
Yeah, projected. So when's the runoff going to be for SB and Hyde-Smith?
Yeah, so SB won by literally, I don't know, like 100 votes, something like that.
So the
tight,
runoff is when?
tight.
Like the runoff is going to be in December or
January?
January?
McSally just 13,000 votes ahead of Sinema with 57%, and that race could very easily flip.
Yeah, that's going to be, honestly, in my opinion, both of them are kind of pro-Trump in some sense. Well, 1.1 difference right now between them. Missouri, Hawley with a commanding lead.
54.8 to
12% right now with
42.1. Wow. Yeah, so that's 22,000
definitely a commanding lead
ahead. Florida Senate race, again, 55,000 ahead, Rick Scott. 50.3, and then 50.4 to 49.6.
Oh, that's weird. The New York Times, it's actually wait. Okay, it's updating now, so I gotta wait like a minute.
And the interesting thing is 91. They still have not called the race for Stacey Abrams yet. CNN has 53 to 45. Like, you think that, like, in any other situation that would have been called. John Tester is 13,000 ahead, and increasingly that's 53.5 to 43.6. 10-point advantage in Montana for the Democrat. And Reynolds is just taking the lead over Hubble right now in Iowa's governor race. That could be something to watch with things getting increasingly tighter. A lot of Republican come from behinders, which is a little rough. yeah, Martha McSally in this is, I don't really know how much more of the, it's very still quite small. Um, they're thinking McSally point two right now, which I don't know in the New York Times is, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be definitely an interesting race to watch with McSally and Cinema.
Yeah, right now I think what the House they can win it right now as many as 35 seats. It's not anything. It's pretty much as exactly as standard predictions went. But there have been some stunners and some pretty surprising losses from Democrats in the House from both ways. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. But though there has been definitely some tough, like the thing is, it's going to be tough all around with Beto and Abrams and Gillum all losing. And if Bill Nelson wins and Andrew Gillum loses, like I don't know how that could have, like, that just defies to me all logic. Like, because I called him like a brown paper napkin this morning, which is incredible. I mean, and I have to ask you an honest question here, James. What is the possibility you think that Trump knows that he lost the House?
Ooh, the probability. Well, probably pretty high today because of
He literally he just goes tremendous success, folks.
yeah.
Like he was literally only watching I think he was literally only watching the Florida races.
Probably, yeah. Probably actually just Florida.
But still, it's far from a tremendous success.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, I just think that's what we did tonight in the House was absolutely spectacular. And I think that really what we could do in the future, especially in 2020 Senate race, we got to take over the Senate. Since we took over the House, we got to take over the Senate. This year was going to be a hard year to take over the Senate, I think, which is why we probably didn't. But even looking at the Florida gubernatorial, that race is really, I mean, I'm just still in a complete shock that Gillum had lost in that race. I thought that he would really have a good win there, especially since he would be energizing a lot of voters. But I think that he might call a recount after everything is counted.
Could he very possibly still do a very? Could he possibly still do a recount even though after he's conceded?
I honestly really don't know. I mean, I if he conceded, I don't really know. I think that he does win. I don't know what could happen. I think that DeSantis, if he gets close enough, maybe he might.
A little bit of a. Okay, yeah. Apparently, Ron DeSantis has just been. Ron DeSantis got the red check mark next to his name on the New York Times. So yeah, New York Times just called for Ron DeSantis, and yeah, that is definitely pretty rough.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, let me see for Nelson. No, they haven't called it for Nelson or Scott yet, so that's good. But I think Scott's shoot.
Oh
I think
dear,
Scott might win this one.
So funny. Democrats have taken the House. Wow. It is. Democrats keep the House, GOP keeps the Senate. That's how it's going to turn out. And we're going to get Nancy Pelosi audio for you up in a minute.
DeWine has officially won the Ohio gubernatorial election.
All right, we're going to.
Wait. How do they call it already for Democrats? They have a check mark next to the Democrats. They took over the House, but it's 166 to 166.
Well, there's races that are still going on yet that they expect to go for sure for Democrats. Like probably in California, there's gonna be a lot of races like that.
Oh yeah, probably. I was scared about California. California and wow. Oh yeah, let's look at Washington. I forgot about that district.
All right, James, we're gonna take the new speaker, Nancy Pelosi. California. And she is. Giving everyone a round of applause.
DK Butterfield of North Carolina.
All right, whatever. I don't really care what she has to say. All right, yeah, she's speaking now, and she's giving everyone just a bunch of shout-outs and just a bunch of old women who, yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bill, the fact that this turned out this way is pretty shocking.
I'm pretty sure they just get ready, go to bed.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So, in conclusion, what do we need to know? Just wrap it up, sum it up in a few words.
Well, tonight was a very good night for the Democrats. We had some upsets, I gotta tell you that. We had the upset in Texas, we had the upset in the Florida gubernatorial, we had
Looks like you just get out there.
that fall out in in Arizona. But we have a lot of pickups. I'm happy we picked up in states that we really never thought we could have, like Kansas. I'm happy we picked up in Illinois. I'm happy that we picked up a lot of House issues. I'm happy we got the House back. And I'm happy with the amount of votes that amount of people who voted. Looking at results, I will probably talk about the results more tomorrow as they are more finalized, and we could talk more about them. Just looking at tonight, I mean, just a lot of remarkable stuff happened. I mean, I'm just, some races I'm upset about, but the majority of the races I'm very happy about. I'm kind of sad that Gillum did not win in Florida. Thought he would have been a great governor. But you know what? In life, you have ups and downs, and you know what? You just got to get through them. And so tonight, DeSantis won, but you know what? Maybe in 2022, when DeSantis is up for re-election, we might have another guy like Gillum, or we might even have Gillum run again. Or maybe this election, we might even have a recount that could cause anything to occur. You really never know.
Yeah, you really do never know. When the races are especially close in a state like Florida, you really never know. And now, for the next month, whenever I see Ted Cruz's face anywhere, I would just get so insanely triggered, because obviously better work in a very tough loss. And it looks like, Stacey Abrams down as well. So a lot of Democratic stars flaming out, but solid pickups in places like Michigan, Illinois, Kansas, and New Mexico, governorship pickups. Senate pickups, there hasn't really been any to speak of, but some key races holding, like Amy Klobuchar, Tammy Baldwin, Debbie Stabenow, Sherrod Brown, Joe Manchin, and So those are some of the shout-outs. So, Democrats really did good in places they do not do so well. More specifically, the Rust Belt. Those types of places, they actually did pretty well this time around. So give them credit for that.
Yeah, definitely. I give credit for a lot of the Democrats who came out and won in races that were true toss-ups and really key races to win.
But there is definitely better things to be done, and the work definitely does not stop. So it's not as much as a blue wave as we could have hoped it to possibly be, but it was a good. You know what? I'm happy with what we got with the House. At least we got the House without nothing. Yes.
You always gotta make one step at a time.
All right, we're gonna do the full recap of all the races tomorrow. At 6 or anytime at least before 7:30. We're gonna have the recap of the races, pretty much everything you need to know from election day. Finalizing results tomorrow. That'll be on tomorrow's news flash. Then we're gonna take probably a little bit of post-election break from the show, but we'll keep you posted on tomorrow's show. We'll see you then. See you sometime before 7. It's gonna be not a live show. It's gonna be pre-recorded, but it'll be recorded in the morning, and we will see you then. James, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone out there who listened to and contributed to this election. It's been a memorable one. 2018 in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, James. Democrats take back the House. Republicans hold the Senate and pickups on both sides in the governor's races. We'll recap everything you need to know tomorrow at 6 a.m. But until then, this has been the coverage of the Spencer Walsh Radio Network of America's Vote. The midterms 2018 are in the books, folks. We will see you tomorrow.